Angus or Wagyu. Have you ever wondered which of these cattle breeds produces the best beef? Today, we're diving into a head-to-head comparison to find out. These two breeds are famous worldwide, but each has its unique traits that make its beef stand out. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what sets Angus and Wagyu apart and which one might be the perfect choice for you. Let's start with a bit of background. Understanding where these breeds come from will help you see why their beef is so different. Angus cattle have roots in the rolling hills of Scotland. They were bred to be tough and thrive on grass, making them a hardy choice for farmers. Over time, Angus cattle became well known for producing high-quality beef that's both flavorful and lean. On the other hand, Wagyu cattle come from Japan. For centuries, Japanese farmers developed specific breeding practices to produce beef with intense marbling. That's the white fat you see woven through the meat. This high level of marbling gives Wagyu its signature rich, buttery texture. So, while Angus was bred for resilience and adaptability, Wagyu was bred for luxury and flavor. These origins shape both breeds into the icons they are today. But it's not just their backgrounds that make these breeds unique. Their physical traits and adaptability also set them apart in surprising ways. Let's take a look. When you look at these cattle, the physical differences are clear, and these traits impact how they're raised. Angus cattle are known for their solid black or red coats and strong muscular builds. This makes them well suited for many types of climates, from warm to cold. In fact, one reason Angus cattle are so popular worldwide is that they're hardy and adaptable to different environments. Wagyu cattle, on the other hand, tend to have a leaner build, but they're famous for their intramuscular fat, which gives their meat that exceptional marbling. However, they're not as adaptable as Angus. Wagyu cattle are raised with specific environmental conditions in mind to achieve the best marbling quality. So, while Angus cattle can thrive in many places, Wagyu needs special care and attention. Now, let's talk about what sets Angus and Wagyu apart at the dinner table: the quality and marbling of their beef. If you've ever seen a cut of Wagyu beef, you've probably noticed it looks different from other beef. That's because Wagyu is famous for its intense marbling. This marbling, or intramuscular fat, gives Wagyu a melt-in-your-mouth texture and a rich, buttery flavor. Angus beef, on the other hand, has a reputation for being flavorful and robust. While it may not have the same level of marbling as Wagyu, Angus beef still has a good amount of fat that makes it tender and juicy. Plus, Angus beef has a bolder flavor that many people love. So, if you're looking for beef with a deep, rich taste and fine marbling, Wagyu is unbeatable. But for that classic beef flavor with a satisfying, juicy bite, Angus is an excellent choice. But it's not just their genetics that affect the taste. The way these cattle are fed and managed also plays a huge role in their beef quality. Let's break it down. Let's start with Angus. Angus cattle are often raised on grass or a basic grain diet, which makes their management relatively straightforward. In many cases, farmers use sustainable grazing practices to keep Angus cattle healthy and their beef tasty. This type of feeding gives Angus beef its bold flavor. Wagyu cattle, on the other hand, have a different story. They're often raised on grain-intensive diets that are carefully planned out. In Japan, Wagyu cattle may even be fed special ingredients like rice straw to boost marbling. This diet is one reason why Wagyu has such rich marbling, but it also means that raising Wagyu cattle is more expensive. So, while Angus cattle have a simpler diet and management, Wagyu requires careful feeding for that high level of marbling. With all this special care and feeding, you might be wondering if the price of Wagyu is really worth it. Let's take a closer look at the market demand and price of each. One of the reasons Angus beef is so popular is that it's relatively affordable and widely available. Because Angus cattle are adaptable and easy to raise in various climates, the beef is accessible and often seen as premium quality without a high price tag. Wagyu, on the other hand, is a different story. Due to the high cost of raising Wagyu cattle, along with the limited availability, Wagyu beef often comes with a premium price. For many people, Wagyu is a luxury item, something you might try for a special occasion. So, if you're looking for premium beef that won't break the bank, Angus might be your best bet. But if you want to experience one of the world's most luxurious types of beef, Wagyu is worth the splurge. So far, we've focused on taste and texture, but what about the nutritional side of things? Is there a difference between Angus and Wagyu beef when it comes to health benefits? Angus beef tends to be leaner, especially when it's grass-fed. Grass-fed Angus beef often has higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, which can be beneficial for heart health. It also has fewer calories per ounce compared to Wagyu, making it a good option for those looking to enjoy beef while keeping an eye on fat intake. Wagyu beef, with its intense marbling, has a higher fat content overall. But here's something interesting. Wagyu fat contains a higher percentage of monounsaturated fats, which are often considered good fats. Wagyu is also known to have a balanced ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids, which can offer health benefits when enjoyed in moderation. In short, if you're looking for a leaner option, Angus might be the way to go. But if you're after a rich source of good fats and don't mind the extra calories, Wagyu can also be part of a balanced diet. Now that we've covered everything from flavor to nutrition, let's recap the key points and help you decide which one might be right for you. So, let's sum it up. Angus and Wagyu each offer something unique, from their origins to their marbling, flavor, and price. If you love a bold, classic beef flavor that's affordable and easy to find, Angus is an excellent choice. But if you're after a luxurious, buttery, and marbled experience, Wagyu is in a league of its own. Ultimately, the best choice depends on your taste, budget, and occasion. So next time you're at the butcher or planning a special meal, you'll know exactly what sets these breeds apart and what each brings to the table. If you enjoyed learning about Angus and Wagyu, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights on all things cattle and livestock. Thanks for watching.